Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here again from Start Your Systems, and welcome to another Monster Energy Supercross the Game Career Mode gameplay. Today, we're continuing on with the 250 West Championship, and we are in Dallas, the 2017 Dallas track today. This track I have probably the least experience of any track in the game, so we will see how well I'm able to do today. Remember the last video, it was a little bit too easy, as we saw, to I started a whole lap down, or nearly a whole lap down I should say, to everybody in the race, and still was able to catch everybody and take the win in Oakland. I don't think that's going to happen today, just because I'm not as inclined to know what the lines or how to attack this track very fast on Dallas are, but we'll see what I'm able to do and see how well I'm able to fare. Like I said, I have almost no experience on this track, so please excuse the fact that this is probably going to look a little rough at the beginning, but I'll get there. I'm just doing a quick little 2-lap practice here, qualifying, get a little bit more acclimated with the track, and then we'll go into the heat race. Doing the full race distances and the full realistic difficulty. The physics are all maxed as well, like to be as difficult as I can. The only thing that I've really changed in-game that is like beyond stock, I guess, is I changed to a longer gear ratio on this 250F. I do that pretty much with every 250F in the game. It's not just the Yamaha. I did it in the last video on Oakland as too, where I switched to a longer gear range. Really, I just do that because the 250Fs are, you know, they're underpowered compared to a 450, but I think you can kind of wind the gears out a little bit longer, and it'll lug and sound a little weird, but it works a little bit better in my opinion as well. So that's what I'm doing that for, and this lap wasn't that great, but I still have the top time. So we'll go ahead and quit session and see where I ended up. Up, still on top. So bam, bam, go through all this stuff, still leveling up here and there, and we'll do the heat race, which is going to be 6 minutes plus a lap, and then we'll do the main event, which is 15 minutes plus a lap, and I'll determine roughly how much I win this heat race by for how much I'm going to give these guys on the start. Actually, I don't know if I can even give them a head start, because then I'd be cutting the track. We'll see. Alright, so heat race. First up, got to transfer out of the top 9, as per usual. So here we go. Got a good start. Sweet. I had a comment on the last video asking how do you get a good start in this game. What I just did right there is wide open in neutral, and then just and look, I know how to back up now too. Wide open in neutral, just shift to first gear, which is up on the, you know, whichever button you use to shift, and that's how you get that kind of a start. I just happened to time the gate, so that's why I got such a big hole shot. But the other way to get a good start that I've seen people using is to use the front brake, which on my controller is L2, or left trigger, because I'm using an Xbox controller, but it'd be L2 on a PS controller. So left trigger, you hold the front brake in, you shift into first, and then, you know, use the gas, go wide open with the gas. The tire will spin. So you'll just be sitting there doing a burnout basically, but then drop the front brake when the gate drops, and you're good to go. Oddly enough, those two work a lot better than actually using the clutch, which is what you should be using in real life. To get a good start, I've tried using the whole clutch technique, and it just has never worked. So I gave up trying and went to this technique, which so far has worked pretty well. As you saw, I just got a hole shot, so easy peasy. I think if I can start not necessarily a whole lap down, but pretty far down again in this video, I might revert back to just a stock bike. These bikes are all completely upgraded just because I played the game pretty long, and I wanted to have fully upgraded 250Fs to play online with. So I have a KX, a YZ, and a Husqvarna, which is an FC, completely upgraded for the 250s. The 450s, I only have the YZ and the FC. Husqvarna is completely upgraded, but yeah, I have these bikes completely upgraded. The best exhaust, the best brakes, fresh tires, What else can you upgrade in this game? Just everything that you can. I've got it all sorted out on these bikes, so I might revert to not putting on the hefty exhaust or the brakes or fresh tires or things like that in future videos, so that maybe it makes it a little bit more interesting, because I'm not absolutely destroying the field. But we'll see. 7-second lead right now, and I was in second, or well, in third actually, at the end of the first lap. So pulling away easily, kind of boring. And I saw a couple people comment on the last video saying that they didn't believe this is on max difficulty. I mean, I could go show you before this race starts, but I mean, I really think that this is where we're at with this, that the 250 class is just, generally speaking, made a little bit easier on max difficulty. I have had people comment and say that the 450 class is brutally challenging in this game. Even with a fully modded bike, you can still end up losing. So I'm curious to see, once we get to that point, if that is the case. Obviously, we're still in the 250 class, and we still will be for a little bit, because I'm going to win the West Championship, or try to, and then move on to the East. So we won't have any super clear indication of whether that 450 comment is true or not until we get to the 450 class and I actually try it out. But for now, this is where we are, and the 250 class appears to be quite a tick easier. Definitely when I get online, it's not like I'm the best, so I definitely don't consider myself like a super top level player of this game. I feel like I'm good, but I'm not like way above average or anything crazy like that. So I think the AI in the 250 class is just, like I said, it's not as tough. I want to see if I could 3 in right here. Yes, I can. And you tap, and then maybe 3-3 after that. I'll try that last lap. I just had all the wrong drives for it. One thing I don't like about the scrubbing technique in this game is that, well, first of all, it's like auto scrub, so it's fake looking, but depending on which way you scrub, you could take off the jump completely straight, but even if you scrub one direction or the other, it will kind of float you that direction of the track. I know if you were actually to scrub off the face of a jump, you usually should arc into it just a little bit so that you can properly scrub and land where you took off from, because you're kind of turning on the face a little bit. I get that, but I feel like you can legitimately straight air take off and then initiate your scrub or whatever it is you're about to do that looks sort of like a scrub, and you can still just no problemo drift across the track, and I think that just kind of sucks. I gotta imagine you can like tap and then 3-3-3 all the way out. Be curious to know if that's even faster though. And oh man, I love all these flat freaking corners. Aren't they awesome? Can you sense the sarcasm? I'm really glad that those nets are in bowl corners this year in Supercross, because these flat corners blow. I hate flat corners in Supercross. They're practically useless to me, in my opinion. Like the one flat-ish corner that I felt worked the best was Anaheim 1 this year had a flat corner before the whoops, before the finish line. I'm talking about Anaheim 1 2018, not in the game. And I feel like it separated people that were like, you could go inside and get on the struggle bus through the whoops, but you might be able to make a pass going in then. Or you could go outside and actually get a legitimate run at the whoops. Because in that case, like going inside versus outside, there's actually a benefit to going outside. Whereas here, I could swing as wide as I want. I'm not going to triple onto the table, or maybe I will, but yeah, I guess maybe you could, but just in general, stuff like that kind of is annoying. Like, they could do so much better with it. All right, so heat race victory, got that taken care of. How much did I beat these guys by? 21 seconds.
Let's take a quick look at the results.
I did just flat out win last time. Maybe I'll give them a whole lap again. Let's try it. I'll give them a whole lap, and we'll see what happens. And I will actually this time give them one whole lap. Okay. I got a comment on the last video that said, you didn't give them a whole lap. They didn't actually lap you. I was like, okay.
He has his speed.
All right, so in order to not end up stuck in the middle of the start straight, I'm actually going to go off the gate behind these guys and then wait for them to come all the way around and basically a lap and a half deep, they'll pass me. Because the bales are going to come up across the start straight right here, and I just don't want to get pinned in by that for some odd reason. I don't think I would, but... So I'll wait for these guys to go around. I'll just be chilling here. Be nice if you could like switch over to them and watch. This is pretty cool. So if you're in this camera, you can't look all the way left or right. You can only turn your head, I don't know, that's probably about 45 degrees maybe, left or right. Whereas here, it's completely across. So that's kind of a little unique aspect that they changed the views that you can have in the helmet perspective versus in the third person mode. So we're just waiting for these guys to come around. I'm actually gonna back up so I can get a run at this rhythm section, so when they pass me it's kind of a good thing. So here we go. No idea who's leading, and they are past me. It is J-Mart. So this time I actually did. Look, there he is ahead of me. I'm one whole lap down, and we're going to try to make it all back in this race here. So let's see what we're able to do. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm as comfortable on this track, so my honest opinion is I'm not about to catch all these guys, but you never know. I caught the leaders in 10 minutes or so last time in the last video, so could do the same here. Never know. I feel like I could jump all the way out of that section if I seat bounced it right or tire tapped or something. So 53 seconds down. That's a little bit more than I was down at Oakland, and I felt like in general I was better at Oakland than on this track, so I feel like this is about to be a really true test of how good my general skills on this game are. Ugh. This is not going to help these rhythm sections getting messed up in them. I feel like third gear is also a pretty good gear for the 250Fs in the rhythm sections. You can do pretty much every jump in third gear on a 250F in this game. I haven't found one that you need to be any higher for. So I think that's a pretty good point for those bikes. That's where I'm going to make up all my time right there, is doing that stupid line. It's really unrealistic, but just for the sake of playing this game as good as I know how to, I'm going to do unrealistic lines occasionally, so beware. Like that tire tap line in this next rhythm section that I've been trying to get, in my opinion, very unrealistic. So we jump into the corner, we whip around. Nope, couldn't quite get the 3 in. Got 3 again. Ugh! Just missing it. He's gonna kill me because I'm not gonna be able to get the Supercross triple. Oh no, I did get it still. Third gear, my friends. It's so OP. How about the tire tap line right there? Doesn't look very realistic, but it is still a tire tap line. All right, so 55 flat that time. Got it down to a 40-second lead. So we're catching them. It's gonna be a different thing once I get to them, because I think on this track, as compared to Oakland, it's going to be a little tougher to actually go through the field, just because I think they're going to be a little bit more scattered. Or not scattered, but like evenly matched down rhythm lanes and so on and so forth. So we'll see about that. On off here, through this. Jump in here. Oh boy, don't jump off the track. Woo! Just barely made it. All right, 39 seconds, so I did not gain much time that lap. That was actually a pretty bad lap. Got to run about 55s, it looks like, to get to these guys. It's also super OP to shift up into 5th in the whoops, because these whoops in this game practically non-existent. So hitting them at max speed is very easy, and it's also very fast to do it. Oops. Caught a little edge on the beginning of that rhythm section. Got a little bit more air than I wanted to. It's all right. Starting to catch the back of the field. I got 10 minutes to get all the way from the back of the field to the front. This is definitely going to be more of a challenge than it was at Oakland, but I think I could still do it. We'll see. So on the back of the field, ran a 56, it looked like that time, but I didn't actually catch the number, but it was not my best lap of the race. 35 down on the leaders with 9.5 to go. First up is Chris Howell. Got him. Made a big mistake getting by him, but I got him. Now I got around to Karski, I believe that was, and now it is Nicoletti that's scrubbing next to me, but I got him. Got by him. For the time being, at least. All right. 57 that lap, 32 seconds down on the leaders. This is, I don't think it's going to happen because we're getting to that halfway point. I'm going to have to pick up the pace, do something different, but I haven't found what exactly that is. I'm really good through these whoops, couple corners around here, and then it gets to the rhythm sections and I just can't seem to find the flow. I keep making mistakes like that. Like I need to get my timing down a little bit better in these first rhythm sections. So it's 3 in here. Got that. Oh my goodness, I'm so close to getting that 3, but I did actually get out and did not go down, and I shifted into 4th by mistake. Somehow still got the Supercross triple. So getting around Reardon and a couple others mixed in here. Josh Greco, Kyle Chisholm, and Justin Hill buried back here. Oh boy. Getting down the inside of Hill here, making the pass on him. Don't know what place I just went into. I'm trying to look. 14th momentarily. They're just a lot better in the corners, it seems. Then I hit that rut on the outside right there, and it is just blazing on by them. Getting a Shoemaker next. Get all the way over that. Let's try to hit this line one more time. Nah, I didn't get the 3 in. This is going to mess up the whole rhythm. Still got that triple, so made it. Got around Connor Pearson. And Michael Potter is next. Don't know who that is, but that's cool that he's in this game and in this main event. And Jimmy D. 6 and a little bit more than 6.5 minutes left. And I am into 11th. So I made it halfway through the field. I think it's going to be a little bit harder to get all the way through the field. We'll see. Get to my outside line here. Such a good line. Dug in so nicely. Bam. Into 7th. Making good time. Tire tap. Getting the 3 all the way through and getting it clean. Nice. That's going to be a really good lap time. So into 5th. That really helped me get there. And into 4th around Marquier. And I did a 53.3 with that lap time. 18 seconds behind McElrath. 5 minutes to go. Let's see if I'm able to go. Marquier throwing it down the inside. See if I'm able to get there or not. Through the whoops again. Davalos is the next rider that I'm trying to get to. And somebody's down. That might have been Marty. It was. Davalos going down. Let's see if I get this line again. Oh no, I messed it up. Man, it was painful when I messed it up. actually gain time though, because those guys all made huge mistakes. I can see McElrath going over the finish line right now. 15 seconds down on him. And moving into second on Plessinger. Got him, maybe? Yes, I did finally get him. And another 56-second lap time. 14 seconds down on McElrath. I've got to keep doing that line in that first rhythm section if I want to get to him. It's a super awesome line that I like that it's hard to hit. It's not consistent. But it's also a little bit unrealistic looking. Ugh, stupid, just barely cased that jump and it just nosed in. No, I'm not going to get it this lap either. Well, that doesn't look very clean, but didn't look as bad as it could have. Either way, I'm not gaining the time on McElrath I need to. Well, maybe not. 11 seconds down. This is actually tightening up a little bit more than expected, especially on this lap, which has been kind of doo-doo. Still did a 55. 8 seconds down on McElrath. 4 minutes to go. I think I'm going to get him. I think I am going to get there. Man, if this is the case and on a track that I don't feel as comfortable on and I'm also not hitting my marks as often on, I really hope that the 450 class is actually more of a challenge, because this is a little bit kind of lame that it's not as difficult. All right, nailing that line and got it clean, but then clipped a tough block. That's not going to help. 6 seconds down, and I'm just sliding all over the track. All right, that lap was not my best, 57, but I'm 4 seconds down. I think McElrath getting into lappers is hurting him a bit here. Through the whoops. Got around Tokarski, who I obviously had to catch and pass earlier in the race. Phil Nicoletti is not having a good race here. I'm going to try to triple over him. Got it, and the next target is Mr. McElrath. 3 in. Get the tap. 3 again, just barely, and then 3 into the corner, just barely casing that one too. But I'm on to McElrath, just shy of 2 minutes to go. Big line is helping, I think. And now McElrath, honestly, I know it's a video game, but it looks like he got tired, right? Like that was a little easy. Around the outside, into the race lead with a little over 2 minutes to go, starting the race a whole lap down on the toughest difficulty. Ooh, McElrath fighting back, saucy. All right, let's try to get away from him a little bit now. I not only want to try to get this line again this lap, but I also want to try experimenting down the right side of the track a little bit and see if I can't just jump over that second one completely clean. Almost. Definitely sets me up a little bit better through the rest of the rhythm if I can get it completely clean, because I carry so much more speed doing it. So you can 3 all the way through that rhythm section on a 250F. I wonder if that's actually like the line on a 450. That'd be kind of cool. And you could probably, if you get the 3-3 in the middle there clean, like if you went 3-3, I wouldn't put it past it that you could quad after that, because you are hitting one of the taller singles, I believe. Or if not, you're still carrying a lot of speed. So maybe on a 450 with a little bit more speed, a little bit more oomph, you get all the way over that. Pass Jesse Nelson here next. Get the 3, coming up a bit short, but still able to get around him. So then this, over it clean. See what I mean? Like if you got that second 3 completely clean, it seems like you could carry enough speed to get the 4. Oh my, I was in the air there. Trying to use the rear brake a little bit more than I have been, which seems to help. Man, I can't believe I did a 53.3. That was a pretty good lap, I felt like. 9 seconds ahead of McElrath. Time is about to expire, so coming to 2 laps to go. Love that outside rut right there. Just lay it in and it just sinks. Oh, gotta huck this one a little bit. Coming up short. Oops. Oh, not gonna get the line this lap. Man, scrubbed the crud out of. Thought I was gonna get the second one clean too. All right, 2 laps to go. Coming to the white flag next time by, and I have done it again, ladies and gentlemen. I have started 1 whole lap down. This time it was exactly 1 whole lap down on the field, and I was able to make all the passes necessary to get to the front of the field. So I think there's 3 more rounds after this. Seattle, Salt Lake, and Vegas, the East West Shootout. So that'll be 3 more videos for you guys to watch in this. I want to get this section clean. Last lap. Got to get it clean. Oh man, you could so 4 there, I think. On a 450, if you carried your speed like I just did on a 250, I think it's possible. And here we go, coming to the line. Gonna take the victory here, and I'm lapping deep into the field, so some of these guys are not gonna get their whole race distance complete, but there it is. Victory, sweet victory, from a lap down to the race win. That was pretty fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I ended up 18 seconds ahead of McElrath, and I lapped up to Dakotas in 13th from 1 whole lap down. So thanks for watching another video here on SYS. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.